Tourism is the act of travel for the purpose not only in recreation but also include the services. It might occupy local services such as entertainment, accommodation, and catering for tourists. It also provides for local people to take part of managing destination hotels and bars. Tourism is one of the world's most rapidly growing industry. From an educational point of view, traveling lets people see the world, the other people, the cultures and traditions. So, here are the reasons why tourism is important role for just not for ourselves but also in globally. First, tourism is discretionary activity. Second, tourism is of growing economic at global scale. Third, tourism provides the context for rest and relaxation. Fourth, holidays are defining feature of non-work for many workers. Fifth, the global travel become more accessibility. Sixth, tourism is much easier to finance. 7. The internet has made booking travel-related products easy.
Now, I will explain about the importance of tourism. Tourism is important to the world because of the amount of income it brings into countries and it promotes interconnectedness throughout the world. It provides people visiting the country of their choice with the service while they are there in exchange for the visitors, boosting the country's economy. It helps provide jobs to the residents of the country that being visited not only in the tourism and service industry but also in the manufacturing industry, as many people leave their vacation destination with souvenirs in hand. In fact, tourism industry includes everything that a traveler does on a trip: eat, sleep, party, attend a conference, rent a car, take a taxi, shop, change foreign currency, etc. It means that all of the economic activities of farmers, fishermen, cooks, shopkeepers, bartenders, tour guides, banks, hotels, carnival bands, entertainers, electricians, customs, immigration, and literally every job that impacts directly or indirectly on tourism are all part of the tourism value chain. It is clear that tourism industry is far-reaching and indeed everybody business. It was recognized in the Manila Declaration on World Tourism of 1980 as an activity essential to the life of nations because of its direct effects on the social, cultural, educational, and economic sectors of the national societies and their international relations. For example, in 2005, the World Travel and Tourism Council (WTTC) estimated that travel and tourism as economic activities generated $6,201 billion, which is expected to grow to $10,678.5 billion in 2015. This equates to a 4.6% growth in the demand for travel and tourism per annum. At a global scale, the economic effects of travel and tourism are estimated by WTTC to be responsible for 214 million jobs This is equivalent to 8.3% of world employment. In 2005, tourism represented 10.4% of total personal consumption, while it accounted for over 9% of all global capital investment and 10% of world GDP.
Alright, tourism isn't always bring the positive impact, it also brings the negative impact. Now I would like to explain to you about the impact of tourism in every sector. First, in economic sector, tourism creates jobs both through direct employment within the tourism industry and indirectly in sectors such as retail and transportation. Tourism industry also provide opportunity for a small-scale business enterprises, which is especially important in rural communities. The negative, jobs created by tourism are often seasonal and poorly paid, yet tourism can push up local property prices and the cost of goods and services. Money generated by tourism mainly goes to huge international companies, such as hotel chains. Next, in social sector, the positive, tourism encourages the preservation of traditional customs, handicrafts, and festivals that might have been allowed to wane, and it creates civic pride. Interchange between host and guest create a better cultural understanding and can also help raise global awareness of issues such as poverty and human rights abuses. The negative, visitor behavior can have a detrimental effect for the quality of life of the host community. For example, crowding and congestion, drugs and alcohol problems, prostitution, and increased crime levels can occur. Alright, the last in environmental sector. Tourism, particularly nature and ecotourism, helps promote conservation of wildlife and resources such as rainforests, as these are now regarded as tourism assets. And the negative, tourism poses a threat to a region, natural and cultural resources such as water supply, beaches, coral reefs, and heritage sites through overuse.
It's my turn to tell you about the importance of travel management. I'm sure that all of you already wondering why you have to involve management into tourism industry. Is it even important? Or why can't we just go to travel? You don't have to manage anything. Maybe some of you think that this is unnecessary things to do. But no, this is important thing to do before you want to go to travel. Travel is the key for business innovation, starting from acquiring new client and break into a new market. It's also important for management to address employee concern at different national branches. If we have a good corporate travel management in our company, we can help travelers to have a lot of alternative options that can make them use their time in a better way. According to Hill 2012, corporate travel management plays a subtle but valuable role in many organizations, like improving efficiency, productivity, and even boosting morale. I'll mention a little about the role. The first one is team building. For example, companies use conference and corporate outing to make the executive know each other outside the workplace. This bonding have a benefit for them, so they can build a better communication line after they go back to their office. The second one is rewarding performance. Many companies definitely provide incentive for the employees who have excellent performance. Company will pick the interesting places, and sometimes they will use the upscale regime or top class inn to appreciate the performance. The third one is efficiency. The executive who travel a lot feel that the time that they waste on a road is very exhausting. The corporate travel manager can make life on a road is much easier and not exhausting. They will make an itinerary for this executive, start from hotel, transportation, nearby places, or anything that executive requested. The fourth one is productivity. The executives that do the travel activities, they want to be as
productive as they can, like they're in office. The corporate travel manager will help them to find business-friendly hotel which have facilities like data ports for computer or free high-speed internet access. Even if the executive wants some specific facilities like fitness equipment, then the corporate travel manager will give them what they want. And last one is cost saving. The corporate travel manager knows how to shop for travel deals, whether arranging meeting for a group or just planning a routine trip. A large company that plan 100 of trips each year can get a special discount on lodging, and after a year, the savings will be added up. In Rachmah and Annisa's paper 2001, conclude that travel managers can help their companies develop a competitive edge in the global economy through a strategic travel management process. So that's why travel management is very important for us.
Before COVID-19, travel and tourism had become one of the most important sectors in the world economy. According to what Puspa says, that tourism is the act of travel for the purpose of not only recreation but also the provision of services for this act. It might occupy local services such as entertainment, accommodation, and catering for tourists. In the pandemic condition, the fact are people do not feel comfortable when they are in traveling. It's because their service is limited by protocols. Like what Annisa says, that many countries are happy to welcome international tourists, but in pandemic condition, they already have a regulation for limited the tourists to come to their country. The tourism has a huge impact for the world. We are in this together and we will get through this together. The coronavirus will disappear as soon as possible.